there have been rumors and speculations that we were going to have a special guest tonight who was a secret skater in the game. We didn't know if he would be able to make it, but I can confirm that a young hero from Westchester, Pennsylvania is about to join us. His brother's band is part of the official soundtrack of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. His name is Margera. Bam Margera is in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, and he is about to join me on set right now. First, let's take a look at this gameplay clip of the icon himself. Shrimp marinara!
I'm Bam Margera from Westchester, Pennsylvania, and I've been skating for 39 years. The second Tony Hawk game, I was so obsessed with playing the game that I was missing flights over it. You're gonna miss another flight. I'm like, shut up, I'm gonna win. Finally, after missing 6 flights, I'm like, I gotta put this thing away because this game is just too much fun. Because most sports games is hitting a ball back and forth until the ball gets past you. This game, you can grind the house, you can grind up that pole, you can go down a handrail, you can do endless amounts of things. And everybody from grandpa to a young kid can love this game. I'm gonna have to let myself play video games again because this one will be well worth it. If I start missing flights again, I know where to put it.
And there he is, the pride of PA, the one and only, in real life, Bam Margera, my dude.
How you doing?
It's so good to see you,
You
man.
too.
Yeah. Look at us, we're still at the same party.
I know. You know, I went on a hiatus for quite a few years there. Didn't pick up a skateboard for nearly a decade, and then I got really sick of that. And you know, I happened to marry a stretch coach and a model, so who hates alcohol and drugs. So it works out really good. I'm back at it. I'm on the board every day again, and my passion to skateboarding is back when I didn't think it would be. The doctor in 2013 said that my legs were like dry rotted rubber bands from alcohol abuse. And they said, reach down to touch your toes. I did. My hamstring popped, and I was out for a year. So that's how bad of a drinking bender I was.
Wow.
Never again. That part of me is over, and I'm never looking back. And you know, somebody actually said when I was pushing down the road, skate or die, dude. And I stopped. I was like, skate? I would rather skate because if I don't skate, I'll die. I'll get into no good business. No, skateboarding, 100% skateboarding.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm looking in your face, and I see the lights in your eyes again for the first time in a long time. And I remember when we first met, we were on the Tony Hawk gigantic skate park tour in 2000 when Tony invited you on the tour for the second year. And it's funny because you were sober back then.
Yeah.
You were the guy doing push-ups in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
Like all day, every day, being like, I gotta get a six-pack.
Yeah.
I gotta get a six-pack. But skateboarding was like, it fed your entire existence.
Yeah.
Obviously, fame and things happen, but what is it about skateboarding that brought you back home?
I really just forgot who I was. I mean, to tell you the truth, one day, I think I was like in my 30s, and I just looked out at my driveway where I'm sipping on a drink, and I'm looking at a Ferrari, 2 Lamborghinis, a Bentley Bentayga, a DeLorean, a 1928 Mercedes, an S55 Mercedes, 2 Hummers, and all these cars. And I'm like, I have ran out of wishes. I'm just going to party now.
Right.
Because I never partied before, and whenever I would set a goal, I would always achieve that goal before my deadline. So one day I just said, I ran out of goals, I ran out of wishes, I'm just going to party. And I really showed me.
Well, you scratched it off the list.
Yeah, and then, you know, now that I'm back on a board and I'm not filming for like a video part, because back then when you film for video parts, if you go to a skate park and you're not going to kickflip over the fence, then you're not going to get a clip in your video part. But now there's Instagram, so as long as I'm out there skating and I'm not in an Irish pub anymore,
you're good.
I can go do whatever. If it's a blunt to fakie on a 4-foot, that's what it's going to be today.
What did it mean to you at this time in your life to get the call from Activision and Tony to be like, hey, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, bam, We need you.
You know, I think it would have went much differently if I didn't have one day off. I was seeing my son, Phoenix, in Burbank, and I had a day off where I keep my Range Rover in Oceanside. I'm like, you know what? I tell my wife, I'm just going to call up Hawk and see what he's up to, which I haven't done in a while. He's like, we're skating the vert ramp. Come on by. He was not expecting us to be doing doubles over the big gap, and he's like, what the hell? Like, you're skating like this again? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, so I think if I wouldn't have visited him, all this wouldn't have happened.
So you got the call after that?
Yeah, so thanks to my wife, Danny, saying, yeah, give Hawk a call. We have a day off. We're heading to Carlsbad towards him. Let's just see how it goes. You haven't seen him in a year or something. So let's just, yeah, I'm skating the vert ramp. Come on by.
That is an absolutely beautiful thing. And I love that Activision, when Tony reached out to them and said, hey, what do you think? They were like, yeah, let's do this. How did this game change your life in the beginning when you got to be a part of pro skating?
It actually, you know, with the Jackass and Viva La Bam and all the MTV stuff, it really put skateboarding on the map, but so did this video game, because every grandma, grandpa, little kid, anybody has played this game, and it's really addictive to the point where I was missing several airplane flights over this game. My mom would be like, Bam, you're going to miss your 7th flight. Shut up, Mom, I'm going to win this. You know?
Trying to get this tape.
Yeah.
Trying to get the tape.
I'm trying to do the nollie flip crooked grind manual, which reminds me, these tricks were impossible back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think kids do these combinations of tricks, and then they go out in the streets and try them, and then some of them are they're making the Tony Hawk game reality.
Yeah.
Because I'll see some hometown hero on an Instagram, and I'll be like, nollie tray flip crooked grind and nollie flip to manual to pop shove it out. That is from the Tony Hawk game.
Straight up.
And you just did it in real life.
Kareem Campbell was just sitting in this seat 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Said the exact same thing.
Yeah,
He's like,
man.
this game is, we were talking about it like, you know, F1 drivers have a simulator, but it simulates the real thing.
Yeah.
But Tony Hawk Pro Skater is like the weird, like, super fantasy simulator that you can actually grab a little piece of and make real life.
And is what's so rad about the game is, like, you know, if you're going to play a tennis game or a football game or a soccer game, you're just kicking ball back and forth, and the mission is to put the ball on the goal.
Right.
Well, on the Tony Hawk game, you can crooked grind this, you can ollie off the roof, you can McTwist over there. It's endless, and that's why it's so addictive and fun.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's endless.
Yeah.
I saw someone today on the in the demo room, and this dude was working on a 14 million point trick, and he fell.
No. Oh, like the combination,
the combo, yeah, was like he was at like 14 million points or something,
yeah.
And he fell, and you would have thought that his life was over.
No! I can see the frustration of that. You have like 2 minutes worth of a combination of a trick, and you see the points just keep going and going, only to screw it all up at the very end.
You came up in skateboarding at a very interesting time. Like, you were just on the cusp of, like, kind of being a reject if you skated, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously X Games is happening, but what you were doing you were like the original. You were making tapes that would be the equivalent of what, like, YouTube shows or Instagram posts would be like today with CKY, etc., and your movies. But it went, in your lifetime, skateboarding went from not cool to all the way cool.
I think,
like, influencing culture.
When I was working on the CKY video, I wanted to make, because all my friends in school were very talented at being funny or being like a jackass, but they weren't talented on a skateboard. So I'm like, how am I going to make a movie mixed with pro skate tricks and funny skits at the same, and just make it for a person who has ADD, you know, just clip the skit, clip the skate trick, and then when I played it to my uncles who were all working like auto mechanic shops, they were sitting there laughing their ass off to it. That's when I knew that I had a bigger audience than just skateboarders. Which sold 1 million copies through word of mouth, so.
Incredible, like, and really set the tone.
And set the tone for any kind of YouTube ridiculousness, even Jackass. You know, it was YouTube before YouTube.
Yeah. I'm so happy again. Like, I just seeing you in real life, it's just, I can't get the grin off my face seeing you happy and healthy. Where do you want to go from here? Obviously, this is a moment that fills you with inspiration. But what's next for Bam Margera?
I've been to so many treatment centers for alcohol and whatnot, and all they needed to teach me was what my wife taught me. I needed structure. I need to know that 10 o'clock is my bedtime. I don't care if Tony Hawk's there with Billy Idol and you're hanging out with Bon Jovi, thumbing each other's asses. You're going to bed at 10. And that's that. And then I do. And then I wake up refreshed, and I have a scheduled regimen of fun things to do. I walk the dogs, we stretch, I look for a skate spot. I can't leave the skate spot until I get a trick landed. And it's a very scheduled, fun, structured day, which I never had before, because I never had a 9 to 5. I never had a boss tell me what to do. So if I'm editing or reading a book or painting at midnight, I'll do that shit till the sun comes up. I needed somebody all along to say, it's bedtime.
It's time. Who knows? A little bit of structure goes a long way.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing Steve Caballero's new band called Urethane.
Yeah.
And Adolescents are playing after that. But it's actually just really good to see all my old skater friends, because I went on like a 10-year hiatus. I didn't want to be seen. I would actually have a manager say, you want to make 10 grand for a 1 hour appearance? I'm like, no. He's like, all you have to do is just appear for 1 hour, 20 grand. No, why not? Because I don't want to appear anywhere. I'm on drugs and I'm drunk and I'm 250 pounds and I want to be seen by no one.
Wow.
And I really was wondering when the day would come, if ever, when I'm going to stop. You know, and hitting rock bottom, how do you determine hitting rock bottom for a millionaire? Because rock bottom is somebody who's homeless, out on the street, their family told them to kick rocks. All your friends say, don't call me anymore. So for somebody who still has stuff, it's hard to determine rock bottom. But I found myself leaving Lamar Odom's in a purple Bentley underneath a bridge in Burbank, buying drugs from a homeless person enough to not want to wake up the next day. And then that's when I prayed for the first time and said, I need somebody to come and change. So that's when I met Danielle the next day, stretch coach, now my wife.
So you're mobile and sober.
100% sober. Yeah.
I'm so damn happy for you, man.
Yeah.
It is a gift, because I'm sitting here with you and I just think, you played so many pranks on me, man. When we
if I didn't stop, then I would die. I would be dead by now.
Yeah.
I would be up for 3 days, then asleep for 2, then up for 3. It was not good. Waking up so hungover that I had to drink instantly to not feel sick anymore, and that's no way to live.
And now you're living with your skateboard by your side. Your trusted steed. She was waiting for you the whole time. Bam Margera, I wish you nothing but the longest of long life. It just brings me joy to see you happy and to see you where you belong here in this game.
You know, lastly, my shaman, who's my best friend, he actually summed it up really well. He's like, if you could keep one thing and one thing only, what would you keep? Now, this is very important, so I'm going to give you 24 hours to think about it. The next day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep skating. He's like, well, then keep skating. You can keep that. So I've been doing it ever since.
And that, my friend, is a mic drop.
Love you, bud. Love you too.
Ha! Well, I didn't know this night could get any better, but it just got absolutely perfect. Bam Margera just given us complete life lessons on how to come full circle and stay as close as you can to what you love, and in this case, the magic of skateboarding.